podcast. This is season 5, episode 2. I can't not do a count. I don't know how everybody do the counts of numbers and all that stuff. But anyway, let's get to it. I have a special guest. Y'all don't see him yet, but y'all did hear him in the intro. I got my guy, my brother, reoccurring guest, the Fat Ninja.
Yeah.
DJ Congo, we don't call him that no more though. You know what I'm saying? We call him KONGO14 these days, man. Hey, what up?
What's up? What's up, bros, man?
I'm trying to get my look. I'm
Down
trying to
here
get
in the basement.
I'm trying to get my inner Nori on. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
What's popping though, man?
Oh man, busy. Shit down here, man. Kind of a. I'm saying I'm busy, but Sunday got a little gap in it, so I'm down here chilling and got some time to powwow for real and refocus. A lot of time my downtime is refocusing or thinking about all the stuff ahead of what I'm already doing. So that's what today is, man. And talking, man. We've been talking like this since we was kids, man. So it's dope that you doing it in this formatted way because look at everybody, making ways for themselves. I mean, look at Gilly and Wallow.
Man,
look at the Breakfast Club.
That $1 million worth of game.
Look at the guys that Joe Budden let go.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's dope that you always been oriented to be and do exactly what you want to do. So we always talk like this, but it's just dope. That people call it a podcast now. Like, I wish we could have did that shit when we was younger. That should be insane. Man. Because it'd be insane because of the topics and just where we wasn't afraid to go. You know what I'm saying? With what we was discussing and what we was living, especially being from the inner city. I feel like times was authentic then and people was going through real shit and it was on our mind. So this is dope to do this.
I appreciate that, man. But no, that's something that I would talk to the Wiz about a couple of times. I'm like, man, I cannot imagine. Like, even, I said the same thing about, how we used to have the cameras and stuff like that at school before the phones and all that shit. But I think we spoke on this before, but like, that was one of the biggest things that I'm like, man, because we was doing this shit and we was in the war room basically and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was on 94th. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes I did just press record on the. I did, like when we was sitting or whatever. I did press record on them joints, but I'm just like, man. If I still had that board, or just like if I focus on that, you know what I mean? Like instead of, we had different avenues that we wanted to try to pursue, or at least me trying to whatever. But like, yeah, man, I just, it's late in the market, but it's never too late at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
for sure.
Man, however this shit go, it's gonna go. I mean, it start off as a hobby, no different from DJing. You know what I'm saying? Like DJing the same way. You know what I mean? It started off as a hobby and shit, and then we was able to make currency off of it, you know what I'm saying? So other than that, so going back to the working, by the way, last minute call, I appreciate you coming through. So hey, let's just go on the front, man. Let's go ahead and reach out that Fat Ninja, man. Let's just go ahead and do that product because you got a website that launched here recently and whatnot. So what you got going?
FatNinjaCombatGear.com. Yeah, www.fatninjacombatgear.com. And it's through Shopify. So my website is through Shopify. So I designed it through Shopify with help from my boy B Romani out in Sacramento. And right now I'm just building, man. My first year of business, I did a lot of hand to hand. I'm ready to let Uncle Sam see the money. He can see. So I'm paying my taxes.
Right.
And doing things legitimately. And I feel like the website, whereas I was building relationships with people, in person, now I can just sell to people who see me on ads. My dude told me the other day, like, hey, man, I be seeing Fat Ninja on my ads now. I'm like, yeah, I'm running them.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And so at the end of the day, my focus went from trying to get people to fuck with me to trying to get the world to fuck with me. I want the world to come to this site on all these billions of sites that exist. And on the World Wide Web, and I want them to come fuck with mines and see mines. And so that's what a lot of my focus is now, just putting out promotions and advertisement and really, like, I understand why Pepsi is willing to pay for 30 seconds at the Super Bowl because, you know,
It hit the masses.
it's gonna drive people to go buy Pepsi. Like that's just the, you know, that's just the reality of it. When I post about my business, when I promote my business, people engage in my business, and so now I'm making a real residual income when I'm asleep. My phone is chinging. I got to get up and ship the order still. It ain't all automated, but I'm having fun with that part. I still love, I write personal notes to everybody who buy stuff from me. You know what I'm saying?
I saw you post one with Harold. No, not Harold.
My boy Desmond Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes. Yeah, B. I saw that one.
And this is business tips and stuff I'm learning too, to be personal with my customers. You know what I'm saying? People spending their money with me right now is still very most close to merchandise, and it's not apparel all the way yet. When I got the name tags in the back, I'm talking about everything official. That's when it's apparel, and you know, I'll just stand on it a little more like that. But right now, it's still very much merchandise. I do have some items that's like apparel, very much like apparel, and that's apparel for me. My sweatpants, my sweat shorts, and the last Bolo hoodie I put out. It's like a chenille patch, so it's like the Letterman patch that you get for your letter.
Word.
It's that same kind of consistency, but it's 10 inches.
Of the material.
Yeah, and so it's dope. And so that's more like apparel. It's on a heavier hoodie. It's just not a T-shirt or a hoodie or stuff like that. So, no, my whole focus now is like driving people to the site. You know, like it's switched into it. And I'm still working on designs and other things to put on. I'm still looking for combat gear. So Fat Ninja boxing gloves is coming. I'm just trying to figure out real good gear because I know gear now. Now that I'm actually training, I know gear. So, yeah, I can get my homeboy from Pakistan to ship me some stuff, but is it going to be the gloves that homies really going to use, you know, day in and day out? And I almost know them instantly now, you know, just like a good basketball shoe or something.
Or even the ball for that matter.
Even the ball, right, like that. So I want to be a premium brand. So just working on all that, and I'm doing it all myself. The inventory, the shipping. I got over 200 items in inventory at my crib right now, very close to 300, for real. If I should say, it's probably over 300. The thousands of dollars in inventory and all that stuff. Keep a track of everything. I'm banking with Chase on the business side, so I'm on my road for doing that, huh?
That's what's up. No, I said it's the print because because I was about to buy me a print, man, because nobody want to give me the inside of fucking who does the shirts, because I want to get my own imprint of it.
You know what,
whatever.
Chan got one here. He was trying to give me.
Yeah, because I was gonna get it. I mean, I was gonna buy it.
He got a heat when he was trying to give me.
Right.
He was like, you use this. He got the one on the cups, print on the cups and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to him about that. Today is his birthday, I believe. You know what I'm saying? But
shout out to the Giger, baby.
Yeah, but no, what's funny is that he was trying to move some of his equipment. He keep a studio, but he had bought some heat press equipment and stuff like that he was asking me that I want. So I'm asking what he did with it. Or whatever.
Let me know what that. Cause
but yeah,
I've been trying to get into, and not even selling it. I just want it because I be having so many ideas in my head that I want to just, because I wake up or I be cool and I be like, oh, this would be a dope quote, you know what I'm saying, like, or whatever, or this would be something dope, you know what I'm saying, like that. You know what I mean? But I know when it come to pressing, or at least my research, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying, like you gotta have like a different type of quantity, or a quantity if you're trying to go, if you're outsourcing overseas. You can't just do,
I mean,
can't
right
just do
now,
like 2 or 3 or whatever like
I'm
that.
I'm printing through Nice Co., black owned company, DJ K Nice, a former DJ from 107.9, a staple in Cleveland hip hop and music scene for a long time. I consider the dude the intellect. So he doing my printing now, which is silk screen printing using ink. You know what I'm saying? Using paint and ink and handcrafting it. And so yeah, I encourage anybody that has a brand. Your ideas start. My idea was Fat Ninja, bro, which was me. You know, and it started and it turned into a character, which turned into a movement, which turned into.
Did you draw that? Did you? I know you can draw and shit. So
no, because you know I can draw. I can draw, but no, man. I give all credit to Mars Primo. My dude Mars out of Detroit, Q Dog, Bowling Green graduate. This dude's, I consider him an intellect. That's one of my compliments now. I love smart people now. This world's so crazy. I consider dude an intellect. he draws them. I really stick figure shit with him. Like I send him stick figure, and he's so dope. He's like a corporate level marketing dude. So like, imagine somebody who could draw a Pepsi Apple logo instantly. Right. You know, that creative, but on that level, like it don't look goofy. It don't look like your homie tried to draw it. Right. Like nice, real artwork. And so yeah, bro, I stick figure Fat Ninja. Okay. I just told him like the principle of what I wanted. Right. And that shit like a staple. Now I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I don't even tweak like Everlast and Nike and even logos like that. Fat Ninja stands out to me like that. Not even saying it because it's my shit. Really just the staple. If it wasn't my shit, I'd be like, damn, that shit fucking solid. And dude drew it up. I had idea. He really bring it to life. It kind of feel like what people say when they work with me or we do some video and they be like, oh, you brought my idea to life. And I'm just like, you know, I'm just doing what I do. Right. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker, every time he do something for me, I be like, motherfucker, you did it again. And so he just did a Squid Games design for me.
I just saw it.
You saw Squid Games?
I mean, we watched. I binge watched it, and JoJo just got done with it. But
yeah.
But no, I was saying it's a site that got the actual
everybody's gonna be Squid
you already know for Halloween,
yeah, because he said he bought 4, 5, 6. I was like, nigga, you should have got 001. Like what? 4, 5, 6? Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or my nigga Wu Shiesty, Wu Shiesty, that dude, the dude friend, he the shiestiest dude in Squid Games, bro. When he finessed the Indian dude, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you keep your 20.
Someone with the rocks. Yeah, you keep your 20. About 20.
Walk over there. Go walk over there.
I'm like, oh, dude. He called the people. I'm like, bro, go back. He come back. He just like.
Hey, I even love old girly. I love old girly. She was like to death, like to death when we was on the glass part, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying, like then she grabbed his ass, and then you know what I'm saying, like cause he was Mr. Big Shot and all that shit. He was the quote ringleader of that particular joint.
But I knew her foreshadowing in the series. I knew it was gonna come around. Just didn't know when she was gonna get him. I'm like, cause she told him like, you play me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? While they was doing
their
thing,
you know
she's like, don't play me. Right. I will take you down. You know what I'm saying? So I knew she was gonna get him somehow. So it was great because I thought I was gonna line it up, and then it finally came. But I got 2 Squid Game design. I got a red light, green light design that I already got. I'll show you before we leave.
Gotcha.
And then I got a guard design coming, just one of the guards or whatever. I got Bruce Lee coming. He coming on the yellow hoodie soon. That should be this week. Chuck Norris coming. I'll probably wait for spring, man. I really want people to get out there, you know, get ready for something tie-dye, real American. Chuck Norris design I already got. Santa Claus, get ready. And some old school stuff, Buddha, you know, heavy in it. I'm trying to do staples inside of not only martial arts, but the Asian culture. And then combine food with it.
And what do, and I ask you a question about the Asian culture and stuff, and then, you know what I'm saying, don't get it twisted, but it since you saying it, but what gives you, or why do you, what's magnetating, or the word to you going to the Asian culture? Like, is it something that you always been to, like the Bruce Lee?
Yeah, now that I figure it out, like, you know, my father was a very parallel.
Gravitate was the word. I'm sorry about that. Gravitate was the word.
My father, you know how your kids, you know, just parallel who you are as a person. They don't look directly like you. They don't talk directly like you. But my father did music and martial arts. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've learned that he was a bad motherfucker lately in my life. You know what I'm saying? And my brothers and shit like, hey, your dad used to be a cold motherfucker. And I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And so my musical talent and a lot of that stuff, I feel like, you know, if I can look directly where it came from my father. He was definitely in the movies and horror and martial arts and all things of that nature. And so that's a lot of stuff that I picked up on. And then I don't know, it was my mom and me. I love martial arts from the jump. The old martial art movies with you all that. I love that. I love their food. I
call it cat dog over here, but
yeah, I don't care. Cat dog fire. Cat dog fire.
I'm down.
Like, come on, man. Like, everybody talk shit about Chinese food, but you will eat that shit.
That's a fact.
And so Yeah, I'm in love with the food. I'm in love with the clothing. You see what I wore to prom? Like I've been true to this shit. I was
You did it
17,
already.
16 years old. I'm like, yo, mom, this is what I want to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just something that I felt. I love the bonsai tree. I love everything. I don't know. Asian culture is just, just dope to me. And so Fat Ninja is traditional Japanese kind of, because the thick bold letters. I always got big loud colors. If you ever see a traditional Japanese tattoo, it looks a certain type of way.
Right.
Japanese characters look a certain type of way. So I like big, I like bold, and then I like the martial arts, or the balance that they got with it. Like a samurai is fierce, but every time you hear them talk, they so fucking elegant. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. So I don't know. I just like Asian culture, similar to how people jump to black culture. You know what I'm saying? How somebody outside of our culture would love sneakers and love hip hop kind of dancing and love that bold kind of lifestyle and stuff like that. It's the same different for me. I embrace Asian culture full heartedly, and I feel like it's just something I love the way it look. Actually, they fashionable. They usually ahead of everybody when it comes to like hip type of shit.
Yeah,
of course, we like to say France and all them motherfuckers is the of the fucking shit, and they make all the bougie shit. Yeah, but if you go look at like Japanese and Chinese hip motherfuckers, like latest sneakers, latest jeans, latest trends, latest collectible, nigga, latest technology. They up on it.
It was something that I just saw. It was a clip that I saw earlier this week that we talk about trending, and like China or whatever, or the Asian culture or whatever. Like how many Jordans or whatever that's on the shelves. You know what I'm saying? On the shelves over there, they on the shelves sitting. You know what I'm saying? Vice, how, over here, like how, because it goes to the not the rebranding, but, so like the reselling market or whatever, how cats got the plug to buy multiple joints and then it's reselling. So then, therefore, it spikes up those said sneakers that, some people want to get. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we talked about this before, but a hustle is a hustle, I guess, but I fucking hate it. You know what I'm saying? I hate it because it be sneakers that, that it be sitting there, and then you can go on offer up and shit, and then like cats trying to sell this shit that just came out today, and they trying to sell it for 200% value, this and that. I mean, if cats want to sell on it to get it, but I'm not an aftermarket buyer, you know what I mean? But going back to the section of the Japan joints, like they be having this stuff, it come from over there, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, one would think that they already
they passed that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Had that flavor. You know
they be past that shit.
Right,
they be
exactly.
past
That
our
shit
flavor.
be gone.
They be a lot of that futuristic shit. How these rappers and shit dressing, man. Them Asian dudes been dressing like that, dude. They been dressing like that. They hair been purple, dude. It been purple, bro. You know what I'm saying? They been had on a big ass jacket with the collar this big, bro. They been doing that. It's just that what they value over there and what we value over here. Like my homie was telling me, he was like, yeah, in a place where they got a lot of technology, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, my dude just hooked me. Shout out to Black Iron Man. My dude just hooked me up with. I got these wristbands, and my website is linked to them, and all I got to do is just tap them on your phone. Boom, your site come up, right? Yeah. Very simple technology, right? You know what I'm saying? Over there, we can get them for 1,000 of them for however the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But when you sell them over here, put the technology on them and sell them, something like that becomes a couple $100? Right. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's valued in our culture. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why the Jordans got that value over there, and that's why a lot of them guys, when D-Wade made the Li Ning, that shoe did really good. It was always they premiere, like him, you know what I'm saying?
I think Clay.
Clay
got
he
one
went
over
with Anta or whatever the shoe company was called. These shoe, we be like, oh, them look like buddies and shit, but over there the shit be lit, right. And they make the money. They go over there, they be superstars.
Exactly.
Because it's way more people. So. I just like Asian culture because of its innovative creativity. I even went to the fact that Asian people probably was the first people to smoke herb the way we smoke it in present day. You know what I'm saying? When I look at history and the drug use and history of humanity, Asian people probably was the first ones that smoked a joint or a pipe or a fucking, you know what I'm saying? So
hookah.
Yeah. So they were innovative in humanity. You know what I'm saying? And so I know it's a lot of shit going on with Asian hating on. Trust me, it's a lot of stuff there, and the Asian and the black community don't always agree, especially when you in some of they real, should I say, when you in their more conservative areas. They don't give a
Exactly.
fuck about us
Like
at
dictator,
all.
like, as far as dictatorish or
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh, excuse
or-
me. Was it is it dictator or is communist? No,
Well,
no.
Yeah, they're the Asian countries.
As far as China,
Yeah, they
I know
got
China
all
the main
different
one.
type of
You know what I'm
those
saying?
leaderships. So,
Right.
but I'm just saying, and they real conservative places. They don't really fuck with us. But on the lower levels of people, humanity, who know who people really are, you know, I think the Asian and the Black community, and even in the Latin community, we share a lot of each other customs because that's where the flavor come from. That's where the sauce come from. That's where the that's where the swag come from. That's where what you think is cool really come from the poor folk. It's like it's crazy that the rich folk get to buy it and glorify it, but what's cool, you know what I'm saying? What's considered, you know what I'm saying, the shit, what's deemed valuable, a lot of times come from the people with, you know what I'm saying, no money. You
Right.
know?
I mean, because you stitching, because that's things that we stitch shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and no pun intended with the stitching, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you put shit together. I mean, because we ain't got much, so it didn't, like, you know, as you see how
somebody
how
come put
things
money
circle,
on it.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
As you seeing shit that circle around now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cats, you know what I'm saying? Like these young fellas or whatever, or yeah, the young fellas wearing like the tightest of the jeans or whatever and stuff. But you know, back in the day, like our predecessors, like our dads or uncles, or you know what I'm saying, that they wore like Jordache jeans or whatever that was tight because that's just what that was. But they made that shit look, as I was saying,
Well,
New
it's
York
truly
thing, it was
value,
fly.
man.
You know what I'm saying,
Bro, how much was True Religion jeans when they was
Right. Oh,
popular?
no, shit. Just Avrex too. Avrex, like, dude, I looked at the Avrex jacket and
Yeah.
shit. Like that shit wasn't fucking
$200
$300 goddamn
Yeah.
back then. That
Yeah.
shit, that
No, it was
wasn't
$5.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $5.99. It's half the price. True Religion, the same thing. I mean, $79. True Religion jeans right now, the ones $79 in the store. Niggas paying like a couple $100 for them, right? Same thing with the G Star. Well, they don't value that no more, and they keep taking the level up. One of my homies, you know, he wear what's that? Amiris. Them jeans cost $1,000. You know, but now them the ones. You know what I'm saying, that everybody looking for. So now I can get True Religions for what? Even my G Star jeans that I wear, which I think is, you know, a pretty top notch jean for me. Like, hey, I'm good. $200 jeans. I wear these every day. You know what I'm saying? It's really good dirty. I can fix carpet in these motherfuckers. But yeah, even those. So it's where our culture lose value. I mean, just think it fucking. You got the little pop things now, but then it was fidget spinners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it was, you know what I'm saying? So your culture value, and those are just time wasters. You know what I'm saying? Inside the culture, how to keep my kids busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you gotta with the tennis shoes, you either gotta push the button if you really want the sneaks, or you know, just find something you really like that's kind of outside of what everybody value right now. Like, I'm still a phone posit kid, but they ain't really dropping nothing that's fire. So I wouldn't go pick up. You know, I really be wanting the Yeezys. That's what's funny. Like, I really be wanting the Yeezy drops, but I can't get them. Like, now, and then now I can afford them now. Like, not to say I couldn't afford my sneakers before, but now if I cop the Yeezys and shit, I'm like, yo, you know, this is what I want in my little piece, right? I can't even get them. So I feel you on that. You know, I feel you on that. That's why I'm creating this. That's why.
That's why I was going back to the whole creation shit. Like, I want what I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want what, when I put a post up yesterday or whatever, like, I just got like a flannel shit from Kohl's and some Levi jeans and some Chucks, like the $20 Chucks that I was talking about before off the record. But you know, saying, like, I never really been, I mean, like, we you know, high school, whatever, we, you know what I'm saying, you know, the whole urban shit with the Echoes and all that shit, whatever, Morris Malone's, But, I mean, like, me now, like, man, does that shit just feel comfortable? Like I said, my post was, I'm not here to dress fly. I'm here to dress comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I leave that fly shit to, hey, the Flex and Twines of the world, the Mookie Matonios, the Terrence Mitchells, the whoever y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all them gentlemen and shit. Like, I leave that shit for, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you sound, because in a sense with the business thing or how you do your clothing, I wanted to say a little bit earlier that, like, how Flex and Twine is with the gentleman, the nervism, the nervism, I believe, nerve. You know what I'm saying? Like how he get laced in place with, you know what I'm saying, with him and stuff like that. So that's how it sounded like you said, old buddy in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think y'all got that same mindset when y'all, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to do this, and then they bring it to life. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out. I mean, he always say I can go to him, but I'm like, man, that's your style. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna figure it out a different way and
Yeah,
try to
and I ain't
do
even
something,
gonna
you know what
lie,
I'm saying? Like,
dude's a genius, kind of like.
yeah.
It's just hard. It's hard to get in touch with me. It's hard to work with me at this point, unless you're like you really in my bubble and we working it. It's just hard. So it's hard. I try to hit people onto him all the time, but it's hard to get in tune with them. As people grow, it's just hard. It'd be hard to get into your network.
Right.
If you did, I mean, yeah, if you can come down to the podcast and catch you, but you can't catch you pretty much. You feel what I'm saying? You can't really catch you. You're gonna have to be a part of your life, you know. And so that's cool. But yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that I do have that relationship with him. And there was a point in time where I couldn't. It was like a year. This whole last year, pretty much, I only had like the Show Enough. I had the Bolo, and I had the original Fat Ninja logo. So I couldn't get in touch with him. I had all these ideas for new logos and stuff I want to do. And I didn't talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So I just reunited with him a few months ago, and I just been like, yo, this, that. I'm just working on ideas. We just kicking everything. He enjoying it, like, to the point the other day I came up with like 5 designs, and he like, you know, all right, well, I'm going to just do like one a day if I can. I'm like, all right, shit, fuck it, come on.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about Nerf?
No, I'm talking about
Oh, you're talking about the guy in Detroit. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I'm talking
gotcha,
about
gotcha.
Mars.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that shit ain't cheap. When you work with high level motherfuckers who make logos and shit like that, it ain't, you know, a couple $100 every time you want a different picture. That shit, you know, but to me it's an investment. You know, right. I get fucking happy. That's how I know when I'm doing the right things a lot of times. Now I get fucking happy to spend the money. You know, I'm happy to spend the money. Where you want me to send it, motherfucker? You got something else for me, because I know I'm going to make money from it, yeah, but I know that the impact that I'm going to make with it, still to this day, like King Mo was at the gym, Bellator X-Strike Force champion or whatever, and he came through and was like, the first day I was up there, I think it was like 2 Wednesdays ago, and it's like 7 people had on Fat Ninja. And I don't be asking people to wear the shit or nothing like that or whatever, but it's still just fucking flattering that motherfuckers sweated holes in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Wearing my shit. So, yeah, I'm just having fun with it, and I'm at year 2, or I'm going into year 2. And so I hear a lot about business and this and that and whatever you got to do. So my focus is just to
slow down or
dot the I's, cross the T's, do the business right, starting putting the money into marketing and advertisement, and start advertising myself. That was the other day. That was the first commercial I've ever did for Fat Ninja.
Yeah.
That was the first one. That was the first one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the first one I ever did. And honestly, so much is gonna come out of that. It unfolds because I got so many fighter friends, and now all these dudes want to do choreographed fight scenes, and I'm just like, this shit fire. Like,
oh shit, you hit me with the segue, so that was cool. So you already got me going. So I was saying like that video promo. You said you all ready for this, ready for that. So that right there, the choreography thing. So is that part of the place of what we're talking about, or what you about to be doing?
Yeah.
When you said when you had a post that you put that MMA guys, are y'all ready to do?
Yep. Because
so can you explore on that?
I just want to use. I've already had MMA dudes who like. Some dudes really like to fight and want to be like champion in the world or shit. But some of these dudes really just like want to get better with a knife. Some of these dudes just want to be a good boxer. They don't really ever want to be a champion, nothing like that. Some of these dudes really just want to be like a show martial artist where they do a lot of martial arts and they sit. And, you know, you went to them expositions where you see this dude just flicking around this, all that shit, that type of shit. Some people just want to do that.
Right.
Even though they fighters too, and they can fuck you up for real, but they actually are interested in that part of it. And so I even got guys that been on movie set fight scenes. You know what I'm saying? Because they fighters, because they legitimate boxers, they've tried out for movie roles and been in movies in fight scenes. They love this shit. You know what I'm saying? They love fighting like how people love basketball. You love all aspects of basketball. You like basketball on the toy hoop. I like basketball when Jordan played. I like basketball at the fucking amusement park. Right. They like all aspects of fighting. Don't give a fuck where it's at. So, yeah, man, I got all these fighter dudes that already support me. And I got all this artistry going on. I got this video going on. Hell yeah. Because a lot of those fight scenes is choreographed movement, right? So this way, that way, that way. Well, fighters know that. An actor will be able to do that, but fighters know that. We already know that to learn the technique anyway.
So it's like it's kind of like dancing, so like a tango, like
we'll
dancing.
Say left punch, right kick, right. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm a fighter, I know where you hitting me. I can respond the right way. So it's gonna make it dope. You know what I'm saying? Then get everybody involved. and then the media just gonna be fire. Like after that, I want to link it to where boom, I'm eating my rice, and I go to eat my rice again, and then somebody just grabs my hand and just stop me from eating my rice. Nah, it's the motherfuckers that you don't even know why I'm fighting these motherfuckers in the middle. That's how all martial arts shit is. Huh. Fuck you. Pam. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested in doing that because, I mean, come on, man. We from the land, bro. Who doing that?
Man, it's a different lane. I mean, it's a different lane. Like I said, it's a different lane, man.
Yeah,
And I salute all y'all guys that do, everybody that's doing shit. I mean,
I never imagined. It keep unfolding genuinely. It's unfolding. I never imagined doing this, and now I look forward to it. And then it's gonna reinforce my brand, help me sell, help me grow my business. And then I'm using all, like, it's just a give, and So I'm excited about it because I'm engulfed in it. Right. The fighting, I'm engulfed in it also, and so I'll get a chance to be on screen and be a fight scene actor. Like now I'm creating fight scenes. Like, what if I become a great fight scene? Motherfucker. Like, goddamn, like, So I'm just having fun, bro, and it's all good. It's all good, and whatever way it go, that's kind of where I'm at.
All right, this is a hard pivot, man. But have you been watching the shit with the Brian Laundrie?
It's not a hard pivot. Literally, my favorite case out right now. Right. I mean, so you can ask, like, my kids will tell you, like, bro, I get done editing, I'm done at home, I'm done with the gym, I'm done editing. Let's say I'm done gaming because I game with my homies a little bit. I'm done gaming. Laundry case.
so
case.
Right. So
right now.
So people that don't know or people that ain't been following or whatever and shit, like Lil Mama was gone since found or reported missing like September 11th back in the day, and this is in Wyoming. Lately, these last couple of days, they found remains, and then they said on I believe Thursday or Friday, whatever, that he was that they came off of dental records that was him in Florida or whatnot in his hiking trail or whatever. So, like, give me a quick synopsis of what you think as far as, like, do you think is conspiracy, like, with the parents and shit? Do you think he gave him a head start? Do you think that he strangled the lady because she died by strangulation?
My boat today, man. This is awesome. I'll tell you what. I got introduced to the case by watching they hour-long police stop in Utah. Yeah. Did you ever watch that?
I ain't watched it, but I heard the clips.
So I watched it hour-long. I watched the whole thing. And it seemed to me that she was the aggressor in that situation. He had marks and shit all on his face. He was trying to comp for her so she wouldn't get in trouble. She was so in distress that she was like, yeah, I hit him, I probably grabbed the wheel. I probably, So she was actually the person who was the violent one that day. That's always not a clear indicator of how things go. Me being, I know I've been in some personal situations. That's not always a clear indicator. The girl fucking you up, that don't mean the dude is that don't mean none of that means you don't clearly know. But that day, from seeing that alone, I felt like that she was just as much a part of the toxicity in their relationship as he was, because I noticed that she admitted to being upset and just getting flustered and all this craziness and actually hitting him and things of that nature. Like, I tell women, like, okay, but when you hit a man, but when you do, every man ain't a good man, ain't a noble man, ain't a man. You're going to jail now. Right. That's just the real deal.
Shout RTA guys, y'all don't know about that. Look it up. It's still there.
Yeah. So, so I thought she was just as much to blame. Going all the way to the end, we never get answers because the nigga killed himself. That hurts me because I was so interested in what he really had to say or what he had to present in anyway. But no, I felt like they was toxic. I felt like that. And then once she was missing, I felt like she was dead. I felt like she was dead off top. Him coming back and forth was fishy. Nobody was on his trail. Right. Nobody knew what was going on. So that's when, trust me, man, I was a person of of the underworld. I say when I move on the frequency of the world opposite of what everybody was trying to live. I'm going right behind you. I'm right under you. I'm right. And so when he was doing that, he knew nobody was really looking for him or them. And so he was moving around and doing everything he had to do. When he got back, he told his parents exactly what went on. The chick was living there. Where she at, nigga? Why she ain't come back with you? You had to tell your parents.
The whole vehicle shit.
Yeah, when y'all went on the camping trip, you told everybody.
Right.
Everybody knew. Y'all probably just ain't tell the sister because y'all know she was going to blow it. That's why she came out and did her little thing because y'all ain't really inform her because y'all knew she was going to blow it. So they ain't tell her. Yeah, and he got a head start. And he probably told him, like, Mom, Dad probably ain't never coming back. You know what I'm saying? He probably ain't saying he going to kill himself. But, yeah, they knew. They tried to help initially, now that I think about it, because they went to the same place.
Same place.
Yeah.
Same place. They they initially grabbed the vehicle from said place at the time, like before, you know what I'm saying, like even before he left out, and then, you know, the whole thing with the he left on the 14th, and then a couple of days later when the FBI started knocking at the door, then it's like, no, they left on the he left on the 13th, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I was saying, like, if it's like a catch me if you can type help type deal.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
they knew. They just didn't want him to go. You know what I'm saying? I think he told them, like, he wasn't going down. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was ever for his thing to go to jail.
And just live on the lam.
Yeah, dude like that. He was just going to try to either stay away or take himself out. So I think the parents know something. I'm not going to make them responsible for the murder. He did that before they even knew. They had nothing to do with that. Did they help him get away? I don't think they helped him get away per se. I just think that they knew.
In my opinion, they knew and they
definitely stalled because they were asked direct questions. If somebody be like, where you was at? You'd be like,
right.
And then you ask them the next day, where you was at, bro? I need to know where you was at because of this. So when you do things of that nature, when there's really stuff behind you, you know, so you stalled a little bit, but I can't give them responsibility. I don't see them getting any responsibility for the murder. But I think it's still not, the accountability is kind of weary because if I come tell you I killed somebody, you now accountable now. Like, you feel me? That's fucked up. Like, as soon as I come in your crib, be like, yo, I killed a nigga yesterday. You're accountable. You know what I'm saying? Especially
now
if the cops come.
Now I know and shit.
So so I think mom and dad became accountable because he killed her.
Right.
He came home, they be like, hey, what girlie? Like, hey, sit down. We got to talk. You know, they became accountable then. So can I blame them for, you know, doing that? I think they rolled the fence as far as they could.
Yeah. I asked when it came out or whatever. I think I asked her yesterday. I asked the Wiz. I'm like, would you, is it ride or die for your kid if you know that they did this or whatever? Like, are you getting into that? She like, shit. She like, nah, if it's to a point to where, like, if it ain't no shaky shit, like, it's like, I know that he confessed or I know that, or he or she did said things. She like, hey, I'm not about to get trapped in and going to jail for that shit. Like,
I wouldn't even have to ask my dudes. My dudes done told me plenty of times. You know, when people say that kind of stuff to you, it don't register. But when I've been in situations that have been tough and it's like, okay, this means that because no matter what, I can't, what you want me to sacrifice the rest of my life for your mistake? Exactly. You know, and so
that's basically what she was saying. That's what she was saying.
And it's just a tough thing. Yeah, okay, did they wrong you? Do you really feel like you in the wrong? Then my mom, she gonna stand with me.
But I'm saying,
but if you just know you did your bullshit, this your life.
And that's definitely what she said. Like,
you know
she's like, I ain't anybody kill mine.
And I'm sure that's what his parents told his ass too. That's why he did what he did. Because they were like, nigga, you ain't about to hide here. You want to go on one last trip, make s'mores together? Hell yeah, we can. I'll bring your sister. I know you don't like her, but fuck it. We all be out there. We can just kick it.
The goodbye.
That was a goodbye kick it for sure.
Exactly.
That was the goodbye kick it for sure.
So speaking of some motherfucking goodbyes, man. How can I say this shit? How can I say this shit, man? Because it's pissing me off, man. Let's talk Ben Simmons right now, man. Let's talk. Okay. What you got going on? What's your thoughts? You know what I'm saying, as far as how he playing this game, and I don't get into the shit
I
with
would-
it.
I would
But
ask
what
you
you think that he
fill me
got
in.
going as far?
I would ask you to fill me in a little bit about what you know because I'm not all the way
Okay.
knowledgeable
All right. Well,
about the back. But let me tell you, I know about just on the front scene. But to me, in those type of situations, what's important is what's happening on the back end. What are the true relationships with the people inside of the organization? Or do they truly even rock? You know what I'm saying? Because ESPN can tell you, yeah, he's supposed to play
Right.
because he be. Yeah, but does he like his coach? Does he like Embiid? Does he want to be there? Do he feel like they made him the scapegoat? What are the things that I don't know that the more or less non-casual fans
Not
should know?
even. I put it this way because I mean, obviously, I don't know the whole I mean, like I just know from the I'm kind of regurgitating from different
but you
areas,
probably
different
got
athletes,
more
but
perspective than me.
so I mean,
I'm
so
asking.
like the biggest thing that came from last season that we're scared to shoot or don't shoot or you're not working.
I
The
seen
main
that part.
the main
I
thing is
watched
not
that.
working. The main thing not working. The main thing not it's like he's not involving and working on his game for him to be. I mean, or as far as his offensive game, because everybody say that he's a what I'm saying, like a great defensive player, da da da, and this and the third. But then, like, I mean, I don't. I mean, I know the things that happen, and I guess you will know about that because you talking about the coach or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came to him and him and Rich Paul or whatever and shit. Like, and he like, yo, you under effing contract? I guess they use expletives and all that shit. But I mean, I was going off the strength of being a basketball player, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, I mean, sometimes you have shit, LeBron, I'm saying when LeBron was with old buddy here in Cleveland and shit, you know what I'm saying? How he outed him when he came back or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not outed him, but he said his shit or whatever, we'll win the championship before you win the championship, and then, 3 rings later, 4 rings later, or before he came back and gave y'all one, so you're welcome, Dan, whoever the fuck his name is. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think I'm going off of a business or like, because they went, I think it was Shaq. Oh, Shaq, matter of fact. Shaq said something on the podcast, or one of these podcasts, or his podcast actually, and he had stated he was like look at Ball, not the new the first one that used to shoot like this, LaMelo Ball, LaMelo, yeah. I mean Lonzo Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at him now compared to 2 years ago or whatever, and he got busy now. I don't know if because his brother came in that bitch and acting busy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his motive was, but what I'm saying is that he fixed his game and stuff like that. But they say he been stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been stagnant throughout these years of this time. Max contract, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Then Embiid, then he recanted on his shit because the other day or shit. A couple of days, and he like, I don't care what that man do. I don't care about this man, da da da. But then, fuck this other day and shit. He did a damn talking to the crowd, like, hey, it's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my brother. Like, he's still our brother. This and that. So I don't know. It's a PC move or whatever and shit. So you know what I'm saying? So because they got to get the what they can get out of him. You know what I'm saying? So. But I ain't know if you didn't follow or not, but so it ain't no big deal. But I'm just saying,
I know what's going on, but I just wanted to see if you had some different perspectives.
No, I ain't got too much heavy.
The NBA stuff and stuff, there'd be a lot of personal things going on, like the incident that just happened at practice the other day where he asked Ben Simmons to get into the drill, and Ben Simmons was like, nigga, fuck you, I ain't.
Oh, basically. Yeah, so the whole phone shit or whatever, it was like it was a phone in the pocket or whatever, like he was just dismissed or whatever, like he was being, quote, toxic. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I mean?
Right. So, and so, for some reason, when you do stuff like that, you pushing yourself out the door. Right. So, for some reason, he really don't want to be there no more.
Right.
I'll just deal with it like that. I think as a professional athlete, you always going to be judged in the way that Simone Biles was judged. Is that no matter what you going through, all right, bitch, you had the dizzies. You could have told us you had the dizzies, bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but you could have told us that, and I'm being frank. All right, punk ass fucking Ben Simmons, you scared to shoot, then just say that. We don't have to, don't be no chump about it. But I think they kind of scapegoated him a little bit because he became the blame. Was he the sole blame? I don't think so. I think Embiid was hurt. I think Doc Rivers is not that good of a coach.
So you don't think he good?
Not really. Look at his seasons in the Clippers. Like what I think Boston solidifies him as that. but I think that team will win with no coach.
Mm.
You know, So I don't think he's a good enough coach to manage the egos. He paying favoritism on the team with his son. Like, this dude don't really know how to split the personal part.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. I'm not taking
business and personal.
I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing.
His accolades, whatever.
But he can't manage the ego of young people.
Right.
And that's more what I'm pointing to. But if Ben Simmons, these young dudes got to start speaking up for themselves. Like you said, that was good public relations on Embiid. Ben Simmons, he's so young that he's not gonna speak, and he's just gonna act out. From what I heard, he got a lot of yes men around him, so that's why he won't work hard.
Right.
I mean, if you got people around you that telling you the shit.
Came from LSU didn't play. Plus, he not like true in America. I mean, like he's in the. I'm saying like, he's from Australia.
And I feel like,
you know
once Simone told me like, yo,
think,
this is what I was dealing with. I'm like, oh, I feel you, homegirl, because damn, that's some real shit. I think Ben Simmons.
Boy, he just said that right now too. That he used the mental health card. I'm not saying that he is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not.
Hers was mental health, but it was hers was mental health, but it was more like actual like she did so many flips. They develop a syndrome to where they always
that right there.
Their head is always moving,
right.
Things of that nature. So it was taking her out of her technique.
Right.
But we was all killing her because we ain't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just think you was.
But that's a real thing, though.
Yeah, and so if Ben Simmons, this is what I'm saying. When she told us what was going on, what can we really say? That's a real thing. It's legitimate. Yeah, we can say it's an excuse and all that, but it's legit. So Ben Simmons, if you can't really shoot and you having a hard time learning how to shoot, then just say that. See, they like to hide behind their money. That's why I like that the athletes are old, because they didn't have the public relations of the day. Them motherfuckers had to talk.
Right.
Hey, how did you feel about playing with Magic with AIDS?
Well,
hey, y'all better get him
I
off
ain't
the
the
court.
right.
I ain't playing.
Karl Malone. It was Karl Malone.
Relations person, like, hey.
Karl Malone was one of them. Karl Malone, he like, man.
I tell the young fighter guys all the time, know who you are, figure out what you want to say, and say it. Trust me, everybody here for you, dog. They'll get behind it.
Live your truth, basically.
Live your truth, right? So if Ben Simmons, in my opinion, if he was true, whatever the true problem is with Philadelphia, he should say it if he want out. Stop playing the games. Start being stern. And same with the Philadelphia. Now, the only thing where they shot themselves in the foot is if y'all make him the scapegoat and the blame, this is why he ain't got no value to get out the door. Because y'all told everybody he wasn't shit.
That's the biggest thing.
So
that's the main narrative now. So that's why I said with the Joel Embiid thing the other day, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they trying to repatch something, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said keeping it PC or with the legend shots.
I don't know how to feel about
Buddy, it's too late.
Because these sport teams don't give a fuck about you, cuz.
Right.
You know? And if they had another Ben Simmons, you'd already been gone. So I don't know how to tell him to feel, because his career show body. You know, is he probably much to blame? Yeah. To me, he's never going to be a good jump shooter. Deontay Wilder's never beaten Tyson Fury in a boxing match. Right. You know? But say it and mean it. And it would change sports of today, man. Like Iverson with the practice, or, you know, just... I mean, I'm trying to think of some other, like, standout press conferences or where athletes spoke their truth about the sports they was living in. I remember Darren Till, an MMA fighter, was like, yo, I was in the back almost, like, about to make up an excuse, like I was hurt because I was scared to fight.
Beast mode, not too much on the floor.
Yeah,
I mean,
but same difference.
But he said, like, yo, I'm here so I don't get fined. I mean, like,
that shit became
that
marketing.
was exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Skittles,
it became annoying.
Skittles and all
but
that shit.
If you be
yourself,
yourself, people can't say you flaking.
You can't change it, yeah. That's why I always, I don't say resonate, but that's why I always, I mean, I respect a lot of people, whatever, but, you know what I'm saying? But with Beast Mode, like, just because it's like, yo, he not that person that want to be on the pedestal or whatever. Like, I'm just coming to play ball. You know what I'm saying? I just come to play ball, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a lot of players in different sports or whatever. It's just like how they say about, I mean, KD more vocal now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he more of a person I just want to hoop, and I don't want to hoopla. And going with that, what's your thoughts on Kyrie?
It's kind of the same thing, because it's very loose and objective. Like, if I knew all the personal stuff, I could pinpoint accuracy say how I feel about the situation. But I don't know all the personal stuff. What I know is that an organization wants him to take a vaccine.
Right.
He
But
doesn't want.
not even organization, but that's like the state thing. Like if you're
So,
in the
yeah,
state,
it's
so
New York.
it's New York and it's LA.
New
You know what
York
I'm saying?
leads
Same
the
thing
way.
with Wiggins or whatever and shit. So you already know what I'm
Right.
saying. Like,
So
and then Wiggins
yeah.
opted to do it. He did it. You know what I'm saying? Like he tried to use the religious belief or whatnot. But boom. But back to Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like because I guess because he's a resident of New York. I guess you know what I'm saying because Bradley Beal is not vaccinated, but he don't live in New York. So like he was able to travel and still play. I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they said. Like here recently or whatnot. So but
that's
going back
tough,
to Kyrie
man.
though.
We
what's
talking
up?
about your body.
Yeah.
You only get
Oh,
one
no,
of
I
those.
agree.
We talking about high level athletes. You know, like and see that's the thing when everybody invest in you. As an athlete, even at the lowest level, when people invest in you, they expect you to fix whatever the problem is. This is why they invest in you. You ain't got to worry about equipment. You ain't got to worry about your ride. You ain't got to worry about you ain't got to worry about this. You ain't got to worry about that. Worry about what they do, whatever you do to keep doing what you be doing out there, right? And so that's all people want to know. Like even if you just jumping back to Ben Simmons a little bit, all this money and all this time and all this stuff people invest in you, they make you a multimillionaire and all this stuff. We want to see you work on your jump shot, cuz.
Right.
You know, and so with Kyrie, with all this, we feel like, oh, this is health and safety for people, but it's not that simple. Kyrie is a very spiritual person. He got a lot of different beliefs than other people, and he stands on who he is as a person. You want to talk about somebody that, you know what I'm saying? He's the opposite. He's the opposite of Ben Simmons, in my opinion, where he'll directly say what he means. Now, it might not always be clear to you, but he said it pretty clear. I just think that it's the same situation for me. If he truly feels like they forcing him to do something against his beliefs, then I don't think he should do it.
I mean, I don't know.
But-
I agree with that, but I think I'm going more or less. Now, I ain't even talking about the full vaccine
about
shit and all that
basketball?
shit, but I'm talking about basketball. Like I'm like, hey man, like, or if you feel that you don't want to do said thing,
Okay.
I don't care who it is. It could be me, it could be you, whatever. I'm saying, but like, don't hold me up. Like say you my partner in the
But
podcast,
what
whatever
do
shit.
you
Like,
expect him to do, though? What do you expect Kyrie to do to make the process go faster? He's obviously not taking the vaccine. What do you expect him to do at this point that quickens the pace to where they can get back to regular?
well, I mean, I really don't have a full answer, but where's the leverage of it though? Because if the city, like I said, like it's not just the organization, it's the fucking state. So I mean,
Well,
like, so
he
I mean,
know he gonna lose
or
money.
he got leverage to go. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, you can live with that. I mean, I guess you can. I mean, live. I ain't counting nobody's pockets, but assumption
But
is that you can live with that.
Who's
But
being held up?
I mean, I think the teammates is being held up a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
because it's extra, especially in the one of the highest markets or media markets or whatever. Like
I can get with that. I think mentally they got to get
you know what I'm
past
saying?
him right now.
But yeah, I mean,
If they professional basketball players, what
no,
they
definitely.
seeing in the media right now, Kevin Durant already did it.
right? No, that's what I'm saying. Like he just want to hoop or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, but look, because now you messing up. Or I guess you know what I'm saying. Like from what the sources say, you know they had different game. It was game plans. Like all right, boom, KD max, Kyrie gonna go max, and then Harden coming to get max. You know what I'm saying, but beside all that shit, as far as the money, but now you messing with the chips. You messing with the pawns or whatever. Like meaning like now Harden, you know what I'm saying, like he been talking like free agency now instead of being a catalyst with him and KD or all three of them, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking more or less on the court.
Well, I don't think
I'm talking more on the court than off the court.
You can't separate those things if you're gonna talk about how they affect each other.
Right.
So, yeah, that's kind of why I was talking about to his beliefs, because all of those things are gonna affect on the court situations. I feel like they need to play like Kyrie won't play with them this year. That is the only thing that they can do, and I feel like Kyrie Irving is in whatever situation he in until he go yay or nay. I heard rumors of Ben for him straight up.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I heard that.
so and then is Ben getting the vaccine then? You know, so like it's tough. I just say do what you in these situations. The athlete I would never put in a box to say, hey, do what's right for the organization, though, because if you hurt yourself, no vaccine or nothing, they gonna do what's right for them, and they gonna get you out of there politely too. So I feel like it's important to have good public relations. it's also important to be intelligent enough to be able to articulate yourself as an athlete. I think a lot of these athletes would change the way the game go if they could speak for themselves, just like athletes in the past.
So being like, you know what I'm saying, like being more than an athlete. Let's talk Lakers, man. What was up, man? What you think was going on with the Lakers, man? It was a little scuffle the other day. I mean, it's real early. You know, it's only 3
AD
games.
shouldn't be on that top 75 list. I hope they was fighting about. The fuck did he do? He just got the COVID ring. Dwight got a COVID ring too, nigga. Same ring. What the fuck? How is you over there over a 3-time defensive player of the year? He was leading his own team. The Magic was an Eastern powerhouse. I don't know if we forget.
You know it.
Yeah,
you know it.
So,
you know I know it.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, why is Russell Westbrook on there? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Damian Lillard on there? Like, everybody should get beat up for that, especially Anthony Davis. I don't know what them niggas was fighting about though, but them 2 big ass niggas.
Well, I was going more or less like, do you think it's gonna work? You know what I'm saying, with the NBA Fab Five or whatever you want to call it.
It depends on Russell Westbrook, bro. It depends on Russell Westbrook. I've never seen that dude play a tempered game as to where he's coached and operating at levels to where he's being passive here because they need it. He's being aggressive here because they need it. He's being a shooter here. He don't got that in him.
Are you saying this guy's one gear?
Yes.
Go.
So, and I've never seen him coached. When
he always had rookie. I think they
always
been like
heavily coached. I've never seen him play a groomed game where you can see that planning went with athleticism, and I've never see it. So how is LeBron gonna get to him? They peers damn near. I never see it. I just don't know. He needs to be the backup point guard. He ain't gonna do that.
Not at all.
So,
but I was thinking that's what somebody said. Like you be that 6 man coming like, meaning like or for that second crew. You know what I'm saying, that second crew. You know what I mean? Then you can run. Then you can do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna have to make sense. It's gonna have to make sense for him. I just don't see that happening.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, like, you know,
that's not about the. So I just don't see it working because the boy can't shoot and he don't listen. He do a lot of good stuff, but I want them to win this year. I would love LeBron James to get 5 rings or 6 rings or whatever the fuck and continue his legacy. I would love for that to happen. I just don't think Russell Westbrook is a team basketball player at all. You know, like Mr. Triple Double, I think he manufactured that way to play because he knew he would never be a winning championship basketball while Kevin Durant and LeBron James is on opposite sides of the pole. Like he's never been one of those guys, so he knew he wasn't getting there, and I think he changed his game to make himself great. And now that is who he is. And that's it. So I think it lives and dies with his IQ.
Right.
And I don't think it works. I want them to win. I just don't think it will.
I will agree. Well, you know I'm a y'all call me bandwagon and all that stuff, but But Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying, that's been my guy since Davidson and all that stuff, so I don't want it. So, so it's reasons for it, you know what I mean? But anyhow, I mean, I going with the Lakers, like, I would love for them to win because, not because, I'm one of the biggest LeBron haters other than Skip Bayless, but Melo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want Melo to get a chip, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want CP3 to get a chip last year. I wanted the Suns to win last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, hey, the Greek Freak, you know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that underdog shit that with all that team or whatever and stuff. And then even outside of the family and stuff, like him and his brother got chips. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's but not like looking when you talking about like on the court advice, off the court, just seeing that and then where they came from and even where all these guys came from. You know what I'm saying? But Magic said a good point. No, actually, K. Perk said a good point about the Russ thing. You know what I'm saying? He like, yo, the off the court, on the court a little bit different, and then like you're going back to your home in LA because he from, you know what I'm saying, he from LA or whatever and stuff. So it's so many stuff that you're doing or been doing or whatever, but now you're home playing there as well. So you know what I'm saying, like he said, mentally that shit can fuck with somebody or fuck with some of the players. No matter how strong willed that a fan or a spectator think it is, you know what I'm saying. So I agree wholeheartedly with what you were saying or whatnot. It's no bigs. And then real quick, man. Oh shit. And then hey, the Bulls look good real quick. The Bulls look good real quick. Them cats like since speaking of Lonzo, you know what I'm saying, since Ball went over there and then the Caruso and shit like that and the guys right there, they looking good. I mean, once again, I know it's early, but they looking good.
Yeah, I think the stronger teams in the East are
put a mic to you.
I think the stronger teams in the East are defensive teams, and if any team in the East can become a run and gun team, you know, they create the opportunities to beat a lot of those teams every night. It's just a different style of play still to this day, even with all the three-pointers. It's just a different style of play on East and West Coast. So.
Man. All right, so that's enough fucking NBA talk, man. So let's talk about y'all Brownies, man. What's happening? What you think going on with that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the Browns is
I ain't saying in a bad way.
I think you know when people enter the level of greatness or being real good or becoming the premier team, or when you want to be a winner, right? When you want to be a Steph Curry, or you want to be a Kevin Durant, or you want to be a, you know what I'm saying? But you was a Kent Bazemore, but you was a you know, a Harrison Barnes, but you was a, you know what I'm saying? When you go from Harrison Barnes to Kevin Durant or to Vince Carter, if you have the ability, if you already become, but if you have the ability to transcend in front of people, it requires a new level of you. It requires a new level of you that you haven't even seen yet. So the Browns are a good football team. We like one of the better teams in the league on paper. We one of the better teams in the league when we go play on Sunday. It requires a new level of us. A new level of consistency, a new level of quarterbacking, a new level of keeping the body healthy. And so these teams that play at a high level for 16 games and then go win in the postseason and go play the Super Bowl and win, it's a mindset from top to bottom. Even the water boys on these organizations they bought into the fact that we gonna win every fucking game and we came here, you know. And so the Browns, I think, got the team, but we don't always have the mentality. And that's what I see. We got the bodies. We got the talent. I think we got Odell on the back end of his career, and we looking for him to be this real special player. But a lot of times our young players become special when they don't have that big old ego-driven receiver playing on the line with him. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's more like a I hate to say Patriot way, but like more like, you know what I'm saying, like the Welkers of the world and you know, I ain't no football guy, but I'm saying like meaning that like the guys that's not looking for, like I said, you said ego, so basically I'm agreeing with you saying.
Even
you know
though Jarvis Landry is still considered a big time player, he's not considered an Odell Beckham as far as playing with somebody that come with a lot.
Right.
And so I feel like sometimes our offense forces to look at Odell Beckham just because who he is, not necessarily because
of the name.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And it's like playing with a LeBron James, or just imagine playing with Jordan on the Wizards, and you the young premier player, and Jordan asked for the ball.
Well, that was the whole Kwame Brown thing, basically.
Yeah, and then Jordan asked for the ball, and you like, bruh, well, how the fuck I supposed to, if you just always gonna trump who everybody is, you know what I'm saying? So I think Odell we don't see a lot of that in the open, but I know he is that type of player. And so I just think the Browns need a winning mentality now. We have a winning football team. We have the bodies to be a winning football team. We need to develop. I think the coaching even has a bit of mentality. I haven't misjudged the coaching. It's the players. The players need a winning mentality, and it start with the quarterback. And I think just our town is just weary on our quarterback. And so it just makes it tough. We still a decent team, but it makes it tough because this is a town that you feel the pressure when you play for us.
That blue collar.
Yeah,
that
you play when you feel
gridiron.
you gonna see it on the newspaper.
Right.
I hope you don't catch a Pepsi in front of the stadium where the delivery dude see you, because he gonna tear your ass up. Baker, what the fuck, bro? You know, and so you feel the pressure in times like this, and so once we get that winning mentality where we don't care about the next play, where we always looking forward to excelling and winning, and that's how we treat every game, even in losses, I think then we become that team that we almost are. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. So this is promo time, my G. Then I don't know when I'll be able to cut it, but so this promo time, I'm gonna get you up out of here, man. We been going about an hour and some change. So
the price is not the same.
yeah, that's promo time. That's what I'm saying. So when I say price not the same, you know, that's something that Fat Joe created or a lot of them saying these days. You know what I mean? Because or basically since the Jadakiss the verses or whatever. So like when I say price not the same, because since you evolved so much, and I said this before, but I just want you to just. I mean, you can't give me. I mean, I know you can't give me the price points because every thing is different, but you know what I'm saying, like the prices is up different than a year ago, 2 years ago, shit, probably 6 months ago. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I was asking, like, I'm saying, like, is the rates feasible for these wedding venues for the capture of their weddings, and is it feasible, like price wise, or is it out of is it off scale? Is it out of scale? Like, let me know what's going on.
No,
or let them
I'm
know what's going on.
I'm probably starting at like $1,600 to do video for a wedding, and that's not difficult at all. But you know, depending on the budget of your wedding, some people got $13,000 wedding. You know, if I'm asking you to spend 10% of that on a videographer, yeah, that may be much. You know, you got 10 things you want to spend about $1,000 on, and one of them is your wedding video. You know, so that might be much. But if you got 40, 50 grand to spend for a wedding, you know, then paying me $1,500, you know, ain't much. So it depends on the value, the people, and what they really want. Pictures are always timeless, usually with weddings, and I'm not a photographer per se. Right. So at weddings, I'm starting about $1,600, and that's just covering basic video, just giving you a recap of really what went on, and I do it cinematically. But most of the music videos and stuff now, I do like per location, $400 or $500 per location. So I'm making good money.
With that per location, like, is it like say if you want to do a scene on 30th, then you want to do one on 55th or whatever, so that'll be a $600. That would be it, yeah. Even though it's around the block, or
it depends. You know, I don't square niggas away like that. You know, I'm still who I am, man. I'm Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised. You know, I ain't squaring niggas away like Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if it's square business, if you got a corporation, a company where I know the money is there, yeah.
Oh, facts.
If you my homie and shit, we communicate, and I know, like, you know, you investing in yourself, and you're like, I'm understanding to the point. I'll try to make money the last thing for real, but it's really based on what if you got it or not. If you got the budget to spend for it and you value it for that, yeah, I'm gonna ask you for it. But if you don't, and I want to work with you, I will try. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different levels to that, and usually it's a consultation. You know, I'm talking to people and seeing what they really need, and sometimes I'll tell you, like, hey, you don't really need me. What you need to do is get yourself a camera so you can, you know. And so I'm referencing people however it goes, you know. But yeah, I would say prices are up, but that's just because, man, now I travel. I'm traveling. I started a multimedia agency with my guy in Sacramento, so I have an agency now where I'm trying to book video shoots and photo shoots outsource, you know, to where I'm making money for some guy who shot for me in SoCal, you know, and I just made sure that he got the gig. You know, I throw my cut in the account and he throws his in there. So I started a multimedia agency to really brand athletes, artists, companies, whoever. And so yeah. Come on.
Speaking of, because one of my fucking favorite comedians, you know what I'm saying? I saw you was in the fucking sauna with Gary Owens and shit. God damn, I ain't know. It's crazy that I saw that post, because before that, my wife, her peoples or whatever, was gonna go to I think it's like a 2:00 show I think he had or whatever. And then like, but she ain't know, but she know we both fuck. You know what I'm saying? We both like him or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? We when it come to that or whatever and stuff. No, I was like, son of a bitch. I was gonna put it on the poster. I was gonna be like, I erased it, but I put. Fuck! I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I put. But I was like,
man, the
I
only
ain't
show
know that
that's
he was
open
on
now
that.
is like 4 p.m.
Because I mean that's good for me. The early joints, like shit. I would have. Hey, if we would have knew, if we didn't have an event, we had an event last night that we went to or whatever, and then I missed Flex and Swan joint. Shout out to him and happy birthday to him and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like when you put that shit up, I was like son of a gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, goddamn.
Dude was cool too. Though what's funny is that I work out at Lifetime Fitness, man, and I would say anywhere you go, that's gonna be where the who's who work out. If they don't got a personal gym or a personal trainer, or if they don't got a small private gym, most people who consider themselves living a prestigious lifestyle is gonna choose Lifetime Fitness. I think LA Fitness is decent in other cities and stuff like that, but Lifetime Fitness in every city I ever went to is the premier gym there. I don't know if you ever been to Lifetime Fitness, but hot tubs, saunas, steam rooms, swimming pool, every piece of equipment you can use, your Nike app link up to the treadmills, everything. Shit's fire. Insane. Wood cabinets, the marble on the floors.
Was that the one you worked? Was that the one that because you used to work there, right?
Yeah,
you used to work there. I used to work there. I mean, the one in Highland Hills or whatever you call it, Beachwood, whatever.
Yeah, I just signed back up my membership because I love the place. Honestly, I felt like I was reinforcing Fat Ninja with the amount of business people that go there. Like I said, I'm sitting there talking to Gary Owens in the sauna, sweating, right? I just came to work out, right? I easily could have pitched my business right there, right? Everything I'm doing right there, right? And that's not what I do all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm around all type of people from that aspect, so, I don't fan out and trip out all the time.
So you do sometimes? Because I don't think I'm a...
when I don't, like I did with him, I told him, I'm like, that was funny because I was talking to, like, I didn't recognize, I seen him walk in the sauna, so I'm like, okay. He look a little older now, but I looked at how he was dressed. I'm like, everything looks new. You know what I'm saying? This guy don't frequent here. I know the people who frequent here. And I'm looking at his face a little bit. I'm like, post-divorce. Yeah, he look a little... He got some worry on him.
Yeah, it's a little bit going.
So I'm like, yeah, bro, Gary Owens. And, you know what I'm saying? I introduced myself or whatever. So I don't know him. He's a cool friend of mine. We got to talking. I was talking to him about regular stuff. How many shows you doing? It's funny. The old guys at that gym, they see so many famous people in there. They like, oh, where you at tonight? And where you playing? And they just talking to him like, so I just asked him like, yo, let me just get a picture, man. I grew up laughing at you, man. You gave me so many laughs. I can only imagine how many times I've watched Comic View and went to sleep watching you really like fucking have me rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this white dude got me fucking laughing like this? And so, yeah, I just love that network. And for him to be there, and he was very humble. He didn't joke or put on comedy mode. He was chilling. He was really getting his workout in. He sat and talked with us. It was a few of us fellas sitting there talking and shit. My one guy, Sam, I forget his name. He played with the Browns. He played with Jim Brown. He was a linebacker on Jim Brown's team for a few years. And so it's a lot of those kind of guys around there, like real prestigious men. Now they heads of these organizations and shit like that. And so he was sitting there powwowing with us, and he made a few jokes about Tyson Fury and big old white dudes thinking they tough now and shit or whatever. So it was dope. It was classic. It was I'm enjoying those moments now, man. A few of my fans' favorite rappers and DJs and all that stuff, and being around Moneybagg Yo and all these people and stuff like that, and people just be regular, and it's just like, I guess I can say my energy, I guess I was always supposed to be around those type of networks, but I want to continue to be. I want to continue to be only because everybody don't get to do that. Right. And I feel like I'm the type of person that can bring something back from those type of networks and give people gems instead of just saying, I was with Gary Owens. I talked to that man about business. Oh, we was actually talking about, what were we talking about? We were talking about raising young boys. You know what I'm saying? So things of that nature. Like I'm having a conversation in the sauna about raising men with this famous comedian and this old ex-Browns player, and then I start asking myself, well, who am I? How come I'm here, right? In present set time, right? How come I'm in the gym with Francis Ngannou? How come I'm in the gym with Stipe? How come King Mo is telling me like, yo, you don't fight? You need to fight. You'll be a good pro fighter, right? It's because I'm living in present. I ain't gonna lie, Bruce. I think we already, and I say we because so many of us around us that live in this present time and get this good part of the universe. Because if you ever looked at other people's life, man, some people never get a good time. You ever met people like, damn, man, yo, like hard as fuck, you know? You be thinking like, damn, why the hell? How come? You know, the dope shit that happened to me, and yeah, we go through different stuff in life, but I have to live in this moment. You gotta keep doing this, bro, because why not? Like, you know what I'm saying? What else is it besides the energy that come out of me? And that who else gonna do it, right? You know, I'm gonna be disappointed waiting to watch somebody else do it. And so, at the end of the day, I don't know. It ain't about the money no more, because I've set my price and standards on the money. It's more about the experience,
the enjoyment.
Yeah,
the
I mean, like if I could have all of the money in the world, I'd probably trade it every day for a new experience.
Yeah. But that's the biggest thing that I do here, and then and she be on my ass because I be like, damn man, I be trying to get to certain people or whatever, but it's not. I mean, it's no big deal because I know my market's not big yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not big yet, so that's why I use that keyword yet. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, man, I always promote this podcast as a free promo. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my biggest thing. I'm like, man, y'all coming down for an hour. If that, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to do 30 minutes, that's cool. I can bust it down, but I'm like, man, it's a free promo, man. And the people that come through, you know what I'm saying, I invite y'all to my crib because if y'all don't know, I do this in the fucking basement. I do this basement in my home, so therefore people that I bring in is in my home. My kids is upstairs, my wife is upstairs. You know what I'm saying, like shit like that. So, with that being said, like I do this for the just for the love of it. You know what I mean? The same thing is going back to we said in the beginning, like, or I said in the beginning, like with DJing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the love of music and love of this. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we was recording or whatever back in the day, love of that. And it was sort of simple to us in some aspects or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But all these things, you know what I'm saying, like cameras or whatever. We always had cameras or whatever. Like you and John, and you know what I'm saying, y'all then went up here with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that we always did. You know what I'm saying, with Mom do like who the fuck in the goddamn middle of the said neighborhood goddamn got a goddamn black what is called the shit in the, you know what I'm saying, the shit in the basement what Mom Dukes got. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So that was shit, that was like a calling, I would say. You know what I mean? For what you doing now. I mean, now you doing videography and shit like that, or cinematography, excuse me. Don't want to downplay your shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So I understand what you're talking about as far as that, man. So, hey, what we do on this podcast, man, we always do sneaker of the day. I'm a sneaker guy. I'm not a sneaker head. I'm a sneaker guy. So I bring your sneakers down. I know those are probably your throw-ons or whatever and shit. And I just happen to buy these, whatever. So all I'll ask you is to show your sneaker to the screen and let them know what said sneaker it is.
I always forget which one this is. It's the question.
Those are the questions. Yeah. The answers is the first one, and the questions. I missed those, by the way, but go ahead.
This is by far my favorite tennis shoe ever. I've thought about it plenty of times. Close second comes the foam posit in whatever color. I got a closet full of them, but this came out in 2010 something, 18 maybe 19.
No.
A few years back, whatever.
No.
The originals
came out in high school.
This is what I have. Sorry, I don't have the original.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I had the originals. I had two colorways of the originals, but they reissued this original colorway a few years ago, and I bought two pair. I bought the red and black and gold pair, and I bought these pair. And I really wore these shoes sparingly, only when I flew on airplanes. Crazy is that my life got to the point where I was on airplanes all the fucking time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wore my shoes out because I didn't feel right if I ain't had the questions on the airplane.
And a little backstory is, and look, I ain't researched this shit. I just happened to see the shoes that he came in when I met him at the door. But those are the first like this like a DMX Airflow. Though
Yeah.
those the first ones when they originally came out. I had the original ones back in high school.
I had the
I had
original
those.
ones
I hooped those. I
Yeah.
hooped in those in high school. Whatever
I had the
shit.
original ones
Right.
also.
Exactly.
Yep,
You know
I
what I'm
had the
saying?
ones
So,
that
yeah.
was not a branded shoe, but just the DMX.
Right. Yeah, the DM.
Yeah,
exactly.
they was like they looked like the Chris Webbers a little
Exactly.
bit.
Exactly.
Yep, I had them also.
So that's a play on that. I love those Iversons. That's a good play, and they fucking comfortable and shit. Do they still?
Yeah, I
Do you
can't
still?
take
Do you
them
still
off,
feel
like-
the? Do you still feel the little?
Yeah, you do.
Like,
I
feel it a
mean,
little
all
bit?
the way
I'm
to
talking
the
about
point. All the way to the point, like I can't not wear them, bro.
Right.
Like it's insane. This is probably the best sneaker ever. You know, I mean, it's probably stuff that they can fix about, you know, things about that. But the only thing I don't like about it is now that I jog, you know, it's not a performance shoe. So even in basketball, it's a little. The technology is old because it's a little clunky on the bottom for a basketball shoe. But because you'll see basketball sneakers now, the sole rolls up over. There's a lot to where you can roll on your heel and toe and things of that nature.
More of the Kobe's and all that
Yeah,
shit. Like the
so
Kobe, like the low.
yeah,
They going back old school as far like a lot of guys like wearing low top shoes and shit. I'm not doing it, but
I ain't
like
into that. This is, I can
wearing
get
low
with
lows and
mid.
shit.
I can't go
I'm
low.
straight
So,
mid.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Iverson.
But
The question, man.
yep.
Yeah, these my favorite sneakers, man, by far. And I felt a little unprepared, man.
Oh no, it's fine. It ain't no flex here. This the reason I'm about to show this sneaker is like I told you off camera. Like this right here, I found these puppies. These are blazers. You know what I'm saying? These some blazers, whatever and stuff. But the reason why I even put those because for one they were just right there and shit. But for two, because like I'm not the guy, and I hate this stuff with some people and shit. Like I'm gonna let you know where the shit at. And shout out to Flex and Twine again because like yo, he'll let you know where the shit what y'all say these days drip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He'll let you know where that shit at. So I always do that. So that's when you see a hashtag. Sneakers under 100, sneakers under 50, or sneakers under 60, because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, y'all know where to get the top brand shit, you know what I'm saying, like y'all already know where to go. If y'all can go to GOAT or wherever the hell y'all go, that is what it is, but I'm showing y'all shit for y'all young men or shit, ladies or whatever, but $50, you know what I'm saying, at the Villa, if you in Cleveland or whatever, I put a post up already for something else as far as the Chucks or whatever and stuff like that, but that was my sneaker of the day, man, some Blazers. They was $50. They normally retail like at about 100 or whatever and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like 110 or whatever or whatnot. So that's that. That's that. Got a quote of the day.
Quote of the day, man. I made one up today. Actually, I was so pissed. I had a situation going on, whatever, and sometimes I just look up a quote. Like I'll search stuff like quote about selfish people, cause I'm really want to say something about selfish people. So I'll just find a bunch of quotes about selfish people, and I usually find like the safest one and just post it because it makes me feel good because I communicated how I truly feel about selfish people through the proverb of somebody else who was a great intellect, right? Mm-hmm. So that's how I usually get my shit off. Well, today I was really on shallow because shallow, people who can't think past
being
1, 2, 3. Yes. So that was really on my mind. So I came up with a quote. I said, shallow minds drown in still waters. And so to me, what it meant was that, man, it don't take nothing for a shallow mind to drown. Because still waters is still, right? It's not violent. It's not causing no commotion. Still waters, you know what you're getting from still water. The water is there, right? That's just it. But water that's not still is different. It can cause a lot of chaos. And
rough.
And so, yeah, a shallow mind will still drown in seeming to be harmless situations. And so, shallow minds drown in still waters was a quote that I made up today because I feel like people who are, for lack of better words, petty will always get lost in very small things and never, ever, ever get to the big picture.
God damn it. See, I hate to use the word petty because, God damn it, I live off. I ain't saying I be petty. I mean, I know I can be petty, whatever. But I said the only person that can be more petty to me is my wife and shit. So I hate that you use that. But that was a good thing though. But it's a different petty. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
petty,
not. You know what I'm
petty.
saying?
I'm describing here is connected to shallow.
Gotcha.
Being petty could be attention to detail. Being petty could be, being very, focused on things and minuscule. You can even be petty and do things like this because you wouldn't even be able to get past why your mic don't sound clear.
Oh,
You wouldn't be able to get past that to be able to still do the podcast knowing your mic wasn't at his biggest capabilities, but your thing was still to get a podcast out, right? So you ain't petty in that aspect. You petty in get back.
Right.
Okay, in disagreement, you petty. I'm talking about people that's petty in life.
Gotcha.
They live petty. So you can't even get yourself past yourself to even be great because you still stuck on one.
To evolve.
Right. So, yes, petty in that is a different.
Right.
I'm talking about a shallow mind, right? Your mind ain't shallow to the point you can't think past step 2, right? So, no, you ain't that kind of petty. This shallow will cause stagnancy, if that's a word. It will cause this kind of pettiness will cause you to be stagnant because
it's a word today.
Stagnancy.
Stagnancy is a word today. That's a word of the day. Stagnancy. That's a word today. God damn it. That's DJ. KONGO14.
We never. The human being never wants to be played, bro. You ain't about to play me, bro.
Right.
And so that's, to me, that's where a lot of petty come in. But no, this is shallow beyond even helping myself.
Right. Yeah. So my quote I got, I had one sitting up there for a minute. I'll just go with this one. I had a couple of them, but I'll just say with all the shit that be popping off, especially with something that just happened down in Lonnie Burton, if y'all local, 17-year-old got shot in the chest just on Friday actually, and I just saw it before you came in, but it doesn't. My quote is, and I quote, "It doesn't take much strength to pull a trigger." So I'll let that sit and resonate, and then I'll explain it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes hard work to, as we talked about throughout this thing, and when I was talking to my brother Congo, as far as like getting up and doing these things. If you got to take flights to go here and do these shots, do this, that, and third, that takes that getting up and going to work for a living. That's a tough guy. Basically, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pull of a trigger, and I do it for visual if y'all watching it. It's easy. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, I'll just give y'all a doggone so clear. Look how easy it is.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing to pull a trigger and shit to change anybody trajectory or life or whatever and shit, as far as, you know what I'm saying, families, friends, whatever the case may be, even your homeboy or whatever, or even if you don't have you know what I'm saying, like gun etiquette or whatever and shit. You know I'm big with that shit. You know, always been big with that. Yeah. Well, if we had anything throughout our years that we've been together and stuff, you know what I'm saying. So there you go, right there. It doesn't take much to pull the trigger. It don't take much strength to pull the trigger. And hey, with that being said, man, yo, check him out. What's the doggone website again?
www.fatninjacombatgear.com. Or just type in Fat Ninja. Usually wherever you at, you'll find me, man. You see the logo.
Go ahead and shoot it out. Hey, he got it on his chest. I got a couple. Everybody got a couple. You know what I'm saying? So we in, man. And it feel comfy. The shirts, even the t-shirts, they feel comfy, and then they last long. So with that being said, man, this is the Bruiser Podcast. KONGO14. We out here. Later, haters. Yep.